Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is having a great day so far. Welcome into today's live stream where we are covering the severe weather that is currently ongoing throughout the whole entire country. Here is today's SPC outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. We're going to be targeting this general area right here for the greatest chance for severe weather today. So we're talking northern Texas, western Oklahoma, and also extreme western Kansas, and then a very small part of Nebraska, about right there. So that's where our greatest risk is going to be today for the most chance of severe weather. Obviously, anywhere in this general area is where we're going to be seeing the most severe weather, but generally in this general area right here is where we're going to be watching for the greatest threat for any chance of severe weather today. And before we start this video, please be sure that if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please be sure that you click that subscribe button, you click that notification bell, and also that you turn on notifications so that way you don't miss out on any video. But most importantly, please be sure that you subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot. And also, it'll help out my big subscriber goal coming up, which is going to be 150 subscribers by June 1st. I just hit 140 this morning, so a big shout out to everybody who is currently subscribed. And if you are not already subscribed, be sure that you click that subscribe button, and you also click that notification bell so that way you do not miss out on any videos. So here's our current atmospheric setup. Once again, this general area right there is where our main area of concern is going to be today for the greatest chance of severe weather. We have a lot of action in this general area with all these big areas of low pressure. But right here, these two main areas of low pressure right here, this is what those two systems are what is causing all the severe weather that we're getting. So we have a cold front right here that is targeting all this severe weather. There's the warm front on top of it, and then along with all of that, we've got a lot of wind shear and a lot of atmospheric moisture that is being driven north to fuel a lot of these storms right now. So that's our atmospheric setup right now. And then also this severe setup will also continue as we go into tomorrow. So as we go into tomorrow, some of these exact same areas that are in that risk today are back in it again. So now we're talking central and western parts of Texas, western Oklahoma, and also southwestern Kansas that we're watching for the greatest chance of severe weather. I do believe we have a tornado warning out there right now, so let's head right over to radar scope. Give me just a second to get that out. So right now we have one tornado warning that is right near the, that is just to the north of Corpus Christi, Texas. Right here in that red box is where we have a tornado warning out. And then we did just have some minor rotation in this system, but it has definitely died down. Trying to see if I can get the best radar to see this. It's going to be kind of hard to get a perfect exact sample because the radar is very, very close to the area of rotation. But it's probably going to be somewhere in this general area right there. It's probably right there. You've got this one pattern going that direction and this one pattern going that direction. So the rotation is going to be right in that general area right there. If you live near Aransas Pass, Port Aransas, and also Ingleside on the Bay, you need to be on high alert, lowest level of your floor, and everything else. Just saw your comment from Al Luki. Hi, Liam. Love watching your streams. Great as usual. Appreciate the comment and your continued support. And if anybody else has any questions, please feel free to comment those down in the chat, and I will answer them right here on my stream. So thankfully right now, that's our only type of severe warning out there right now. We have a lot of showers and very heavy, strong thunderstorms throughout southeastern Texas right now, going from Corpus Christi all the way up north to Victoria, Edna. And then we also do have 2 flash flood warnings. This includes the areas of Edna, Ganado, Louis, El Campo, going down towards Midfield, Bay City, and also Wadsworth. So I'll briefly give you all a look at the current information. This one says a Doppler radar was indicating thunderstorms producing very heavy rain across the warned area. Possibly between 1 and 3 inches of rain have fallen across portions of the area, and flash flooding is definitely ongoing, or it is definitely expected to begin shortly if it is not already occurring at this particular second. So some locations that are impacted will include Edna, Ganado, Corydell, Louis, Lake Texan Dam, and also Louis. So if you are in this, definitely stay off the roads, do not drive, and head indoors right away. And that also is basically the exact same thing for that other flash flood warning. We also do have one special rain warning that is right near the border of the United States and Mexico. This is just to the south of Fort Mansfield right here. So thankfully, right now we're not really seeing any type of rotation that would possibly indicate a tornado or a rotating supercell. What we are seeing is very strong winds and very heavy rain. Here's a look at the radar. So anywhere in this general area, very heavy rain right there. And I believe this is going to be continuing to move off to the northeast. Yep, so if you live in Port Mansfield and then also in a couple of different of these areas, you need to be on high alert. Here's the latest one. For this one, it says a severe thunderstorm capable of possibly producing water spouts was located over Port Mansfield Cut, moving south at 5 knots. Be on the lookout for water spouts and and wind gusts possibly up to 40 knots and maybe some small hail. But once again, as of right now, we're not really seeing any type of rotation that would possibly indicate a water spout or a rotating supercell. The greens would have to be a little bit more closer to the red, which is what we're not really seeing right now, which is a good situation, but we'll definitely keep a very close eye on this particular system. Let's see. As we go up into central Kansas to the north of Wichita, we have 2 ongoing flash flood warnings associated with all of this rain right here. So if you live near Council Grove, Alta Vista, Junction City, Alma, going down towards Allen and Emporia, you are also in the area of this flash flood watch. I'm trying to see if I can get maybe a little bit better of a radar scan there. Here's the latest details of this one. This one expires in 2 hours and 52 minutes, and it says that a flash flood warning remains in effect until 2:15 p.m. Central Time this afternoon for Geary, Lyon, Eastern Morris, and also this word right here counties. I'm not going to say that word because I don't want to get it wrong. But this one says local law enforcement reported thunderstorms producing very heavy rain across the warned area and possibly between 2 and 5 inches of rain have fallen. So we're talking about a half an inch of rain falling per hour, and flash flooding is already occurring. So these are the different areas that are going to be in this warning. That includes Emporia, Junction City, Council Grove, Alma, Eskridge, Grandview, Plaza, Alta Vista, Dwight, Reading, Allen, Admire, Dunlap, Council, Grove Lake, and then also Vollen. So if you are in this area, definitely do not be on the roads at all. Once again, as we go back out towards the west near Hill City, we have another flash flood warning that is ongoing right now. Thankfully, we are not seeing any type of rain over here. The reason why that this is being issued is because we have been seeing very heavy rain over this particular area within the last couple of hours. Even though there's no rain there, we still saw very strong rain within the last couple of hours that possibly added up and maybe flooded some areas. So that's why we have this ongoing flash flood warning that does expire in 2 hours and 21 minutes. This one says, at 9:05 a.m., emergency management reported flash flooding ongoing along Paradise Creek. Between 3 and 6 inches of rain have fallen. So we're talking almost a half a foot of rain, and although most of the rain has now ended, runoff from the recent heavy rainfall has resulted in flash flooding of numerous roads. And also know that the south side of the Natoma is completely underwater. Definitely, I'm not surprised that evacuations are now underway and over 100 people have been displaced from their homes, and the flooding being reported in the Natoma is currently estimated by local citizens to be significant to the flooding of 1993. So we're now going back into history, everybody, and be on the alert because this is life-threatening flash flooding, and the emergency management has already been on this. So if you live in this general area, these are all of the cities. Where are all the cities that are being affected by this? Covert Creek, Paradise Creek, and Wolf Creek. If you were in this area, definitely do not be on the roads at all. Well, you probably won't be on the roads considering that they're all underwater. But if you do have to go out, just do not use a car. Try and maybe, just get to where you have to go somehow. But definitely do not go swimming because you never know. There could be very dangerous things ongoing in that particular system. Thankfully, that tornado warning that was just to the north of Corpus Christi has now expired. We're now just seeing a remaining special marine statement that is just to the now northeast of Corpus Christi near Ingleside on the Bay and also Aransas Pass. Once again, the reason why this is issued is because we can possibly see waterspouts forming over the Gulf of Mexico that could potentially come back onto land and become a tornado once again. Even though we're not seeing any type of severe weather right now, we're still seeing very heavy rain across this whole entire area. So if you live either west, north, or east of Corpus Christi, definitely do not be on the roads because this is very heavy rain, possibly getting up to maybe a couple of inches per hour. Thankfully, right now, we're not really seeing any type of hail. Actually, take that back. We could possibly be seeing some hail. We're not really seeing the strongest of hail right now, but anywhere in that red is where we're possibly seeing hail, and then we can relate that back to the hydrometer class, and we are still seeing hail, so we now probably have confirmed hail in this general area associated with this very strong supercell that is now just to the north of Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm closely monitoring all these systems to see if we're going to get any type of rotation that might make the National Weather Service want to issue a tornado warning. I am seeing a little bit of rotation right there. This is just to the north of Edna. I'm going to try and switch over to a different radar so we can get the best depiction. I think that's going to be our best one right there. So we are starting to see a little bit of rotation right in there. This is now just to the west of Edna. I believe this is now a flash flood warning that expires in 3 minutes. But we are still seeing maybe a very small area rotation. It is not tight at all, but definitely something that we will definitely keep a very close eye on all of these. I want to go back now to the special marine warning that is now just to the south of Port Mansfield, Texas. We're now starting to see a very small area of rotation forming. It's going to be right in this general area if it does form. It's not tight at all as of right now, but obviously it is a very small area of rotation that we will definitely keep a very close eye on as we go throughout the next couple of minutes. Even though we're not really seeing any type of severe weather out there, we're still seeing very heavy rain across this whole entire area. Definitely do not be out on the roads. Visibility, if you are out on the roads, visibility is going to be slim to none. Remember, turn around and don't drown is the best possible advice that I could possibly give you as of right now. Let's go back up north to a place like Beaumont, Texas. This is now in the extreme eastern parts of Texas. No extremely severe weather right now, especially along here across the whole Gulf Coast, going from Port Arthur through Lafayette down to New Orleans. As right now, no severe warnings right now, or even no rain right now, which is a very good thing. But as we go throughout this afternoon, we will definitely start to see a lot more of that, considering that we have a lot of Cape right now that we're watching for. And I'll go ahead and show you where our Cape is right now. Where is it? Here we go. Give me just a second to get my radar up. Oh, come on. There we go. So anywhere in the darker orange to red is where we have the most available storm energy right now. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. There we go. So just disregard this up here. So as we go through the next couple of hours, we're going to be seeing a lot more available energy, especially here across central Texas. Not as much here across the Gulf Coast, but especially as we get far enough northward to a place like central Texas, and then also getting back up into Oklahoma and also Kansas. Plenty of storm energy to be fueling a lot of these storms right now. If you're just joining us now, we are currently covering the ongoing severe weather threat right now. No severe weather as we speak right now. We only have a couple of special marine warnings and also flash flood warnings. But as of right now, no severe thunderstorm warnings and also, thankfully, no tornado warnings at this point. However, we're still seeing a couple of different areas of brand new rotation on our radar. Let me try and see. Okay, so it's going to be right here, actually. So you're seeing a lot of very heavy rain now to the north of Corpus Christi, Texas. Anywhere in this general area, we're seeing possibly maybe up to around 3 to 4 inches per hour. Thankfully, as we head to our super res velocity radar, no signs of rotation anywhere yet, but the key thing to look at with these particular cells is going to be all the brighter colors on the radar. So anywhere in this bright red, that's where we're seeing extremely, extremely strong winds. Honestly, I'm shocked that there's not a severe thunderstorm warning associated with any of these supercells. But once again, I don't work for the National Weather Service right now, so I can't make that decision. But we're still seeing some pockets of very heavy wind, possibly getting up to around 50 to 60 miles an hour. And you all know that can definitely cause a lot of damage with a lot of these systems. As we head back up north now, I am seeing a little bit of rotation right in there. You see how the green is right next to the red right there? That is a little bit of rotation. The way that we can signify that is the radar, when it comes to velocity, this type of radar sends out two signals and tries to figure out which direction the wind is going. If it's going away from the radar site, it's going to be green, and if it's going towards the radar site, then it's going to be red. So anytime you see two different wind patterns going parallel to each other in different directions, anytime that's very, very strong and very, very close to each other, that's what we call rotation, because that will sometimes make clouds in the atmosphere start to rotate and circulate. And that is when we get a funnel cloud that comes down to the ground, and as soon as that's touching the ground, you've got a tornado. So anywhere in this general area right here, we've got wind going this direction to the radar site, and this wind pattern is going to be going that direction. And as I just said, when you get two wind patterns rotating in opposite supercells, that's when we start to get a little bit of tornado rotation. So maybe right there where the green is right next to the red, that's where we might have a very small area of rotation. But once again, it is not tight at all. It is not very strong at all. But it is a very small area of rotation that we will definitely keep a very close eye on as we go throughout the next couple of minutes. We are getting brand new radar scans within the minutes. We still have a special marine statement that is just announced to the north of Corpus Christi, Texas. No severe weather as of right now, everybody, but we do have a really decent shot of seeing severe weather today. Here's today's SPC outlook right here. So we're targeting now northern Texas, western Oklahoma, and then also eastern Wyoming, extreme northeastern New Mexico, and then a very small area there in extreme southwestern Texas. As we go into tonight, as we look at a couple other of our threats today, thankfully right now we only have about a 2% chance of seeing a tornado in that green area. We have a much better shot of seeing some wind damage. This is basically in that enhanced risk for severe weather today on our SPC outlook. So a 15% chance in northern Texas, northeastern New Mexico, southeastern Wyoming, western Nebraska, and then a very small portion of extreme southwestern Nebraska. And then we basically have the exact same chance of seeing some hail right now in that exact same area. And then as we go into tomorrow, it'll basically be the exact same thing. Here's tomorrow's SPC outlook. Thankfully, right now, a very small chance of seeing a tornado tomorrow. A little bit better chance of seeing some wind damage, about anywhere in that 5 to 15% area. And then as you go down towards hail, we have a little bit better shot of seeing some hail down there in western Texas. So I think overall, the severe weather risk is going to be mostly the hail for tomorrow. And then probably for today is going to be the chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms. About a 2% chance of seeing a tornado today. About a 5 to 15% chance of seeing any wind damage. And then the exact same thing as far as seeing any hail damage. So really not the most extreme day for severe weather. But once again, we do have a very small risk, which is why I'm trying to make sure that you all are up to date on the latest information. Let's go ahead and go back out to our rotation radar. Once again, no areas of rotation as of right now. Thankfully, right now, that area of rotation that was near Edna has now gotten a little bit more broader, and it is not getting any more tight, which is what we want to see, which is a very good thing. But even though we're not really seeing any rotation at this point, we're still seeing very, very, very strong winds, which is why none of you in this area need to be outside right now. Excuse me. Okay. So now let's head back down to that special Gulf statement right now that is just to the south now of Port Mansfield, Texas. We are starting to see a brand new area of rotation forming with this particular supercell. actually a couple of different areas of rotation. I'm going to go ahead and take off the warning just so that way we can get a better look at our rotation right now. So we're seeing a couple of different areas of a very broad rotation. One of them is going to be right in that general area. Another one is maybe going to be right in there. And then maybe another one a little bit right there. But these are not tight at all right now. Here is the past radar so you can get a general look at the way this has progressed over the last couple of minutes. It is not very strong at all, which is what we want to see for this time of year, but obviously there is a very small area of rotation right there. If you give me just a second, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to briefly post this on my social media so that way maybe I can get a couple of more viewers. Hang on a second. You know what, let me go ahead and post it on my Discord. And once again, if any of you have any questions, please feel free to comment those down in the chat, and I will answer them right here in my live stream. I'll be glad to answer any questions, comments, or concerns you might have. And also, in case you're wondering, if you have not gone to my website yet, please be sure that you visit my website by going to liamsweather.org. It is also, I posted the link in the description, and there's also a couple of different links in there for my social media and other things like that. But I'll go ahead and post my website link in the chat. Alright, so there we go for that. And then if you give me just a second, I'm going to post this on my Discord. If you're not already on my Discord server, please be sure that you're following me on my Discord server. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay. There we go. Hang on just a second. Oh, crap. All right, we are good to go. I apologize if my video is being a little bit blurry today. I'm not exactly sure why. I do want to let you all know, in case you did not watch my little test live stream that I did on Friday night, I have just got a brand new green screen and also a brand new camera. Shout out to my partner, Will, for hooking me up with that. But I will now be doing in front of green screen videos with the backdrop behind me. So a really cool setup is going to be coming our way. So a lot of good technical advances working in our way at this point. Let's go ahead and go take a look at our strong rotation right now that is north of Corpus Christi. We're still seeing several areas of very strong winds, and I have no people watching right now. Lovely. Lord almighty. If you're just joining us now, welcome to the stream. We are currently covering the live ongoing severe threat that is going throughout the state of Texas right now and also all throughout the southeast right now. We have a lot of flash flood warnings that are ongoing as we speak right now, including a couple of special marine warnings that are just been issued right now. Thankfully right now, no severe warnings at this point, but we are seeing a couple of different areas of rotation on our radar that possibly may signify a rotating supercell. So let's get started off here. Let's go from south to north. Here's a special marine statement that is just now to the south of Port Mansfield, Texas. A little bit of rotation right in there. Remember how I said the green and red have to be next to each other? Well, that is exactly what we have right now. So a little bit of rotation right in there, not strong at all at this point, but it is definitely something that we will keep an eye on as we go throughout the next couple of minutes. And then as we work our way northward, we're seeing a couple of different areas. Actually, I think one area now of rotation on our velocity radar has really died down, but it is still a very, very, very small area. It's going to be somewhere in this general area right here. So we're talking about Edna, Ganado, Louis, in this general area right here. Anywhere in this green and red area, that's where we have the chance of seeing a little bit of rotation. None of these supercells are rotating at this point, but we will keep a very close eye on all these systems as we go throughout the next couple of minutes. And once again, we have a lot of relative storm energy out here right now. Here's our Cape, our Cape radar that shows the relative storm energy in the atmosphere. So this is us right now, not the most severe storm energy right now, but as we go throughout the next couple of hours, right here, anywhere in that green and also that yellow, that's where we're going to be seeing the most available storm energy right now. It is not really that strong, but it could get stronger as we go through the next couple of days. Thankfully, we will die down for a couple of days, but then as we get into the 18th, which is going to be this Tuesday, we were going to have a lot of storm energy. Look at that. Plenty of storm energy right there across southwestern Texas. So we will definitely keep a very close eye on all that. And also in the upcoming days, I'll be posting several videos that will also show you all our current SPC outlook that we have right now. And also, I post all these SPC outlooks on my website too. If you go over to my severe weather page, I post the daily SPC outlook every single day right here. So this shows you that we have a slight risk of seeing some severe weather today. So definitely be sure that you check out my website at liamsweather.org for all of those details right now. Once again, here's our SPC outlook for today. Not the highest chance of severe weather, but we are in that marginal to slight risk. So it is not 0, but it is not 100. So if you live in this general area, you need to be on alert because you have a chance of seeing some severe weather today. We're talking about northern Texas, western Oklahoma, western Kansas, and then also a very small area of northern Nebraska that we're watching for the greatest shot of severe weather today. And then as we continue to tomorrow, that risk is also going to be the exact same thing, basically in the exact same area. So we're talking about western Texas, western Oklahoma, and then also southern Kansas, that we have that chance for severe weather. And then look at this, even though it is a very small chance, we have a TSTM risk going all the way from Maine all the way down there, all the way to the western coast. So basically, a pretty decent shot all across the United States tomorrow for severe weather, but obviously our greatest chance is going to be in this general area right here. As far as the risks for severe weather today goes, here's our chance of seeing a tornado today, only about a 2% chance. And then also down there, we have about a 5 to 15% chance of seeing some wind damage. I just saw a brand new comment from NWS Corpus Christi, flash flood warning including Duval County, Texas, Jim Wells County, Texas until 2:45 p.m. Central Time. All right, I think that is probably going to be in this general area right here. Hang on a second. Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little girl. Okay, give me just a second. I'm not exactly sure where that is. Oopsies. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's going to be in the southwestern part. Yep, okay, so it's actually right there. All right, so here is the warning that NWS Corpus Christi just put out from Len. It is great in this general area, so Owl Ranch, Armagosa, that is an impact. That is a location that is going to be impacted by this particular cell. Thankfully, now we're not really seeing too much heavy rain associated with this system, But this one says a Doppler radar was indicating thunderstorms producing very heavy rain across the warned area. Possibly maybe around 2 to 4 inches of rain has fallen, and flash flooding is either ongoing or expected to begin very, very shortly. And this includes flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other drainage areas and also low-lying areas. And some locations that could be impacted by this includes San Diego Midway, Tecolote, and also Rancho de la Parita. Just saw a brand new comment. Potential for flash flooding this afternoon from North Texas all the way into East Central Oklahoma. That is absolutely right. Thankfully, right now, we're not really seeing too much strong to severe storms or any flash flooding that is ongoing. But we definitely have that shot of seeing some flash flooding as you go throughout the next couple of hours. So here's a pretty decent rain band coming right into the central part of Oklahoma City. Very heavy rain across places going from Elgin up to Edmond, back towards Thomas, Oklahoma City, Moore, Oklahoma, Allen, all different areas that are in that big long rain band. Thankfully, as of right now, no sort of rotation right now on the radar. That would possibly signify a rotating supercell, but it is possible we could see that throughout the next couple of hours. Brand new comment from Len, SPC, scattered strong to severe thunderstorms are expected across the central and southern plains late this afternoon and evening. Hail and winds are definitely going to be the greatest threat. Absolutely, he is totally right. Once again, here's our SPC outlook for today. About a 5 to 15% chance of seeing some hail there. And then also as you go into hail, basically the exact same areas except a little bit of a smaller area for that hail, but the exact same areas that are in the hail and wind are going to be in that area too. And if anybody else has any questions or comments that they want to leave down, feel very free to leave those down in the chat, and I will definitely mention those right here. Or also, if you want a shout out, I can also give you that too. If you're brand new to the channel, please be sure that you hit the subscribe button. You also click the notification bell. Click the like button if you're enjoying the content. I would greatly appreciate any subscriptions, considering that I have a big subscriber goal coming up, which is going to be 150 by June 1st. I just hit 140 this morning, so a big shout out to everybody who is currently subscribed. And if you aren't subscribed, please be sure that you click the subscribe button. It would greatly help the channel out in a lot of different ways. Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little guy. So we're still seeing a little bit of minor rotation here across the Port Mansfield area that is associated with this special marine statement. We're seeing very, very, very heavy rain across this whole entire area right here in the special marine warning. And the reason why this is issued is because we have a shot of seeing some water spouts forming as we get into the Gulf of Mexico for a lot of those rotating supercells. I appreciate the like we just got in the video. It really helps the channel out a lot. And we have not gotten any new subscribers, so please be sure that if you are already subscribed, that you tell all your friends and family members to hit that subscribe button, and also go check out my channel for all the most updated weather broadcasts. So we're still seeing a couple of different areas that right now that we're watching for the potential of hail. Anywhere in these red areas where we're seeing the possibility of hail or very heavy rain. As we get into the darker red, that's where we have the chance of seeing that large hail. And then as we get into the yellow, that's where we're going to be seeing the giant hail. So a very dangerous situation. Thankfully, right now, we're not really seeing too much evidence of giant hail. But we are still seeing some very heavy rain and possibly maybe some light to moderate hail. And the way that we can confirm hail on this radar is we have these two different radars right here. One of them is the hydrometer classification, and the other one is the hybrid hydrometer class. And if we are seeing red on both of these, then we can confirm that there is hail. So obviously right now, here's the hydrometer classification, red all across the board. And then as we go to the hydrometer class, if we see more red, then we can confirm it. So now that we see red on both of those, now we can say, hey, we can now confirm that there's hail on the ground falling. So that's a pretty cool feature of this radar that we can actually see right now. Thankfully, as we speak right now, no areas of rotation as we speak. But let's go ahead and go up to Kansas, north of Wichita. That's where we currently have 2 flash flood warnings out. Just saw your brand new comment. High thunderstorm risk, southern Oklahoma through East Texas. Definitely. Southern Oklahoma, right here through East Texas. You're listening a piece of story. So right now we're only seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms working their way throughout Waco, Dallas, McKinney, going down towards Houston, College Station, and a couple of different areas. And then as we get into more populated areas, for example, Oklahoma City, that's where we have a very long rain band. It kind of almost looks like an area of low pressure. We're going to have, if this was a big area of low pressure, we would have our big center low right here. As it's rotating counterclockwise, this general area, here's our cold front, along with all these showers that are associated with it, but it's not anything like that. It just looks very like that. Thankfully, right now, we're not really seeing any type of rotation, and we can also confirm that once again by looking at our rotation signature, our velocity radar. Anywhere we have the green and the reds next to each other, that's where we would possibly have the chance of seeing some rotation, but we're not really seeing any type of green next to any red, so that's why we don't have any chance of severe weather or any chance of a tornado as we speak right now. Trying to see if I can see any different areas on the radar that possibly signify any type of rotation. Maybe a little bit right there in this general area, but it's not very tight at all. La la la. So we're still seeing an ongoing special marine statement that is still to the south of Port Mansfield, Texas. Thankfully right now, no signs of rotation or possibly a rotating supercell, but that could be the case as we go throughout the next couple of hours. So we currently have 6 flash flood warnings and 1 special marine warning, which is right here as we speak. So we have 6 different six different flash flood warnings. 1, 2, 3, and then as we go into Texas, 4, 5, 6, and there's that special marine warning. I just saw a comment from Aluki. I did not stop streaming. Not exactly sure why you might think that. I don't know if it cut out or something, but no, I did not stop. So we're starting to see a brand new area of possible hail associated with this particular system right here. This is in that Gulf, and that is in that special marine statement that is still to the south of Port Mansfield. Possibly some hail with this system. It is not strong if there is any, but that's why we're seeing the red on the radar right now. Excuse me. So we're very closely monitoring this area right here, south of Oswell, south of Tivoli, and then also south of Seadrift, because where the red is close to the green, that's where we have a sign of some minor rotation right there. But it is not very strong at all. Oh, excuse me. Trying to see if any of my team members can possibly join me on my live stream. You know what, let me see if my one friend wants to join me. Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little guy that lives in the blue world. Okay. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and X out a radar scope just so that way I can possibly get the best new radar update. So we're now possibly seeing a small area of rotation now in the system that is near Port Mansfield, Texas. It is not tight at all, but maybe a little in this general area right there is where we might be seeing a very small area of rotation on the radar. But once again, at this point, it is not very strong at all. By the way, I will be streaming until 12:30. So, if anybody has to go anywhere or anything like that, you can definitely do that when it comes time. I just saw your comment from Allogy. Okay, you're back now. Okay. Didn't know if my stream cut out or something. That was weird. Did anybody else notice that my stream went out possibly? I don't know if it was something that he may have just gone through with his computer or was something wrong with my stream. Just let me know. So now we're starting to see a very small area of rotation. Right here, like that green is right next to the red. That's where we might be seeing a very small area of rotation right now, but it is not strong at all. But obviously, we will keep a very close eye on it. Still, we're seeing very strong rain falling in this general area all across the board. I actually want to go ahead and show you all exactly what rotation looks like, just so that way you actually believe me. So when it comes to severe thunderstorms, this is the particular system that we look to watch for. And then as we look on a rotation radar, so right here, that's where we have rotation, because you can see the green next to the red, that's rotation right there. Rotation right there. Very strong. I already showed that one. Rotation right there. So that's what we look for when we're looking for rotation. And thankfully, right now, we're still not really seeing any type of rotation right now as we speak. I'm actually going to be ending this stream in about 10 minutes or so, just because there's really not that much severe weather ongoing. When it comes to tonight, there'll probably be a much better chance. I might be uploading a video later. I don't think I'll be live streaming, but I'll probably definitely be uploading a video. Please be sure that you're staying tuned to my website and everything else, because I'll post announcements and updates on there. So I'll be ending the stream in about 5 to 10 minutes, actually, just because there's really not that much severe weather ongoing. But before I end the stream, I want to let you all know that we're still seeing the chance for severe weather today. Once again, here is our SPC outlook for today. Anywhere in this general areas where we have that threat for seeing severe weather. Not the greatest chance today, but still a small chance. So here's your chance of seeing a tornado, about a 2% chance in this general area. And then also about a 5 to 15% chance of wind, and then also basically the exact same thing for the hail damage. So basically our two main threats there are going to be the hail and also wind damage. Does anybody have any last minute questions, comments, or concerns you might have before I go ahead and wrap the stream up? Alright, so I'm going to be ending the stream in about 3 minutes. Once again, any last questions, comments, or concerns that anybody might have, I'll be more than happy to answer those right here. And also, if you want a shout out for joining today's stream, because I really appreciate y'all joining today, I'll be more than happy to give you all a stream. Number one for supporting my channel, also number two for joining the stream today. I really appreciate y'all's support. It means a lot. I do want to give a shout out to Al Luhi. He is my grandfather and that watches every single one of my streams. A big shout out to him. He bought me this microphone that I'm currently streaming on, and he bought me all this computer stuff. So a big shout out to him. He's the best grandfather I could ever ask for. We're very, very close. So a big shout out to you, Pops, and thanks for always being there for me. Alright, I'm going to be ending the stream in about 1 minute or so. Anybody have any last questions, comments, concerns, anything like that? I'll be ending the stream in about a minute or so. Alright, well, if nobody has any questions, comments, or concerns, thank you all for joining me today. I really appreciate you all joining me today and trusting me to bring you up to date on the latest severe weather coverage. Please be sure, once again, that you are subscribed to my channel. Click that notification button so that way you do not miss out on any videos. Click that like button if you're enjoying the content. Then also be sure to share this video with your friends and family so they know exactly what is going on. Please be sure that you visit my website at www.liamsweather.org. And also be sure that you're following me on social media for all the latest severe weather updates. So that is it for now. Thank you all for watching and have a great day, and please stay safe.